starts now.
Welcome to News Watch 12 at 5. I'm Nate Myhock. Tom Tiffany spoke on day 2 of his listening session tour across the Northwoods. News Watch 12's Kyle Pozorski joins us now live in studio to explain what the congressman heard from voters at Leona High School. Kyle?
Yeah, Nate, today I spoke with Representative Tom Tiffany at his second listening session on day 2, which concluded about the issues about what he believes are on the minds of voters. He says getting out and talking to voters is key to understanding which issues he should be fighting for in Washington.
In the years that I've been an elected representative, I have always done a lot of listening sessions, including when I was in the Wisconsin State Senate. I think it is really important to get out and talk to people.
Congressman Tiffany says getting out and talking to voters is a crucial part in getting a pulse on rural communities.
The 7th Congressional District is a largely rural district, small towns, Wausau being the biggest. And I just love getting out in the small towns that are part of the 7th Congressional District.
Tiffany began the session focused on the ongoing issue of the IRS backlog, but then the meeting took a turn to other subjects like COVID. Tiffany says as long as Dr. Anthony Fauci is in charge of the coronavirus response effort, confusion of the correct precautions will continue across the 7th.
Whether they were no lockdowns or heavy lockdowns, you had the same number of cases when we've had these surges as we went through Delta, Omicron, and the ones prior to that. And that's where I think people are beginning to go, did we do the right thing? And I just think we need to have as much information come forward as possible so that we, the people, can make that decision.
Tiffany emphasized that talking to constituents brings to light what they are thinking.
Where you heard from a man that his daughter is not going to be able to work at a nursing home now as a result of the vaccine mandate from the federal government.
After his listening session in Leona, Tiffany traveled to Antigo, then Merrill for a similar session to get the pulse on the 7th Congressional.
All right, thank you, Kyle. Andrew, taking a look at weather now. Some snow in the forecast. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Nate, just a little bit of snow in the forecast for tonight. Right now, though, we have those mostly cloudy skies all around. A couple of those flurries picking it up into parts of far northwest Wisconsin. We'll see some of that spill into our region for overnight. Now, we are also going to be with those little snow showers tonight, also feeling warmer temperatures, feeling that big time warm up for today, having most areas at least 10 degrees above where we were for yesterday. That did bring us to highs in the upper single digits to some low teens around the region. Now get this, for the rest of the night, we're near our lowest temperatures right now. So for the rest of the overnight hours, we are going to have increasing temperatures, looking out for highs to top out in near the low 20s as we get going into our Thursday. And then we're actually having temperatures back on the decrease for the rest of the day. After that, we do have temperatures for highs on Friday and Saturday, both in the teens, slipping on back down to overnight temperatures in the negatives. But we do have some highs in the 30s to talk about. Details on that in your full forecast. Nate?
Thank you, Andrew. You can't see it, taste it, or smell it, but radon could give you lung cancer. January is Radon Awareness Month, and local health officials are encouraging people to test their homes for the presence of the gas.
It is pretty gosh darn cold, so your windows are shut, your doors are closed. It's going to give you a really accurate reading of the radon levels that may be in your home.
Radon occurs naturally from soil with high uranium content. It can seep into your home through cracks in the foundation. At least 1 out of 10 Wisconsin homes has high radon levels, and radon mitigation experts say it's more prevalent in our area.
It can have some serious health effects for people, so we really do encourage you to test your home and make sure that you don't have that.
The Oneida County Health Department is selling at-home test kits at a discounted price of $11 for the rest of the month. If you have elevated levels of radon in your home, the health department can connect you with a radon mitigation expert. Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer has announced that he will step down from the bench. The liberal justice has served on more than 27 years on the court, and his plan is to step down at the end of this term. The 83-year-old Breyer is one of 3 liberal justices remaining on the Supreme Court. He was appointed to the bench by President Bill Clinton in 1994, and his departure will allow President Biden the chance to nominate another judge to take his seat. In the past, Biden pledged to nominate a black woman onto the Supreme Court. The next term for the court begins on October 3rd. During a White House event today, President Biden made a few comments about Stephen Breyer. Here's what he had to say.
Every
justice
No,
has the right and opportunity to decide what he or she is going to do and announce it on their own. There has been no announcement from Justice Breyer. Let him make whatever statement he's going to make, and I'll be happy to talk about it later.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced yesterday that she is seeking another term in Congress. Her decision ends speculation that she could retire. Pelosi has represented San Francisco for more than 3 decades. In a tweet, Pelosi said, quote, "While we have made progress, much more needs to be done to improve people's lives." The Federal Reserve announced today the interest rates will likely rise in March. In a statement, the Fed reportedly is resolving to fight inflation. The central bank is making this move since the country faces its first major battle with inflation in decades. Consumer prices jumped 7% in December. That was the steepest increase since 1982. A Milwaukee Sheriff's deputy was shot overnight following a traffic stop. Officials say during the stop, a passenger in the car fled the scene on foot and the deputy gave chase. During the pursuit, the deputy was shot several times by the suspect. The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office tweeted that the deputy was, quote, conscious, breathing, and receiving treatment. However, the shooter is still at large and should be considered armed and dangerous. The driver of the car has been taken into custody. Valentine's Day is coming up, and if you're looking to buy flowers for that special someone, you might want to turn to a Northwoods local who is making their own. And she's doing so by making flowers out of wood. Newswatch 12's Lily Zoller has the details.
I basically have created something out of nothing every day since I was 5.
So it really is no surprise that Andy started her own business that gives her the chance to create for a living.
I'm able to spread beauty and joy with what I do.
But we're not talking about traditional painting or drawing.
I'm a wood flower florist, so I do anything that a regular florist can do, just with wood.
This entirely wood flower only took Andy about 15 minutes to make, but it will last me a lifetime.
I hand dye all of the flowers. Sometimes I airbrush, sometimes I dip dye, sometimes I'm painting the colors really specifically on there.
Andy says this all started by accident.
My sister got engaged. I decided to do her wedding florals as a gift because I couldn't stop creating with them. I was so excited when I found them.
Now you could say business is blooming.
Since Valentine's Day of last year, I have sold out of my launches in minutes, if not faster. It's crazy the excitement that people have had and the community I've been able to grow online.
Growing just like the wood flower industry is.
It's definitely where the world is going, and I can see the wood flower industry becoming as big as the artificial and silk flower industry just because of the benefit that it has for the earth.
The flowers are beneficial to the planet, but more than anything, they help people by bringing smiles to their faces.
Making flowers isn't just about the product, it's about the interaction between those people and why the flowers are being given or why you are buying them for yourself, where you're displaying them.
In Antigo, Lily Zoller, Newswatch 12.
To learn more about Northwood Blooms and their upcoming specials, you can catch Andy on Up North at 4 tomorrow. The developing story at the Russian-Ukraine border now involves new threats from Russia. Hear how the U.S. is preparing to respond. That's After Weather with Andrew, right here on Newswatch 12.
I want the truth. Inside a room of unsolved mysteries, the case of Carla Walker.
She's still here.
Decades of detectives determined to catch a killer.
We got him.
Dateline Friday, 9/8 Central.
I just want our kids to be kids again. Play sports, go to school, without having to worry all the time.
So when we learned the COVID-19 vaccine is safe for kids age 5 and up,
we talked to their doctor, and she helped our family decide to get our sons vaccinated right away.
And to keep taking safety steps in public, too.
Help your kids stay safe and in school. Find a free COVID-19 vaccine for kids near you at dhs.wi.gov/COVID-19/parents.
This is a special report for people who want the facts about reverse mortgages without the hype. You've seen a lot of commercials telling you how you can turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash. But do you really know if a reverse mortgage loan can help you? Call today. For a limited time only, we'll send you a free special report, Reverse Mortgages, Facts Without the Hype. Did you know that not everyone over 62 can qualify? And you can choose to receive your money monthly or in a lump sum. Call us today and get all the facts you need. You'll speak with an experienced reverse mortgage advisor who will give you honest answers to your questions and even provide a free personalized assessment. This is a big decision. Get the facts with this free special report, Reverse Mortgages, Facts Without the Hype. There's no obligation, and the call is free, so don't delay.
Call 1-800-737-5145. That's 1-800-737-5145.
Welcome on back. Taking you for a look around the region right now from the North Woods down into Wausau, seeing nothing but cloudy skies. We will hold on to these clouds for overnight and have some warmer temperatures on the way as we head into early hours of our Thursday morning. So checking in with those high temperatures around the region for today, a little bit deceiving here. We actually do have temperatures continuing to be on the increase as the overnight does go on. So seeing all that kind of gray and white, that cold air, that is going to continue to move off to the east overnight, and we are going to welcome on in temperatures in the 20s by the time that we do hit the morning hours. So we're going to be having some warm air advection that's going to be with the southwest breeze pumping in the air into overnight. So taking you for a look at Futurecast, I want you to pay attention to that little number in the corner. That's going to be our peak wind gusts for the overnight into tomorrow. You will notice that breeze coming on in from the southwest. That's helping out with that warm air advection, bringing the 20s in through overnight into early hours of our Thursday, all the while keeping up with those cloudy skies through overnight and picking up a chance for some snow showers, some kind of light and scattered snow showers, not a big accumulating snowfall on the way by the time that we do get into Thursday, just a little bit there. And you will notice that wind pattern does change to out of the northwest. So that's going to cause us to have colder temperatures for the rest of the day. So our daytime highs actually peak early on for our Thursday. Now to take you for an hour by hour breakdown at the rest of the night. So seeing our coldest temperatures right now, temperatures continue to be on the increase overnight, looking out for those daytime highs to peak early on in the day near 20. You will also see the chance for snow showers developing more so after midnight, so keeping up with the cloudy skies for now and then having those snow showers spill into early hours of our Thursday. And we're expecting about an inch or less of snowfall. Some areas just getting a dusting, even seeing that mostly in central Wisconsin. So enough to make for some slick roadways on your Thursday morning commute, but not enough where you're going to be dealing with big shovelable snowfall coming up for your Thursday. Now after we have the snowfall, we are looking for colder temperatures. Now remember Thursday, those daytime highs peak in the 20s early before they'll start to crash for the daytime. I do think that more of the daytime will be spent in the teens, and then we're going to be having those daytime highs in the teens again for Friday and Saturday, but then we're looking for the 20s to return to the forecast again by Sunday, and we're not going to stop there. We're not going to stop at that 28. We actually have some 30s for our daytime highs. Haven't seen those in a while. All right, so for tonight, we're down near 7, near there now. Remember, we're having those temperatures on the increase for the rest of tonight. Turning breezy too, so that southwest breeze will be ushering in near 10 to 25 miles an hour with some wind gusts near 30 miles an hour. That could create some drifting snow as well, so just be prepared for a little bit of decreased road conditions through overnight. And then looking at our Thursday, snow showers wrap on up early, and then we have mostly cloudy skies for the remainder of the day. And those daytime highs, we'll be feeling those early before temperatures fall for the rest of the day. Expect the daytime to be felt more into the teens along with that northwest breeze. Still pretty breezy, near 10 to 20 miles an hour. And now for a check-in with your 7-day forecast brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress will show us with some variable temperatures coming up into next week, some teens, some 20s, even that 30. We're seeing that coming up on Tuesday, and that will also be our next chance for snow showers. We'll have that back-to-back Tuesday and Wednesday. Nate?
Thank you, Andrew. Former U.S. Senator Jeff Flake formally stepped into his new position as ambassador to Turkey today. Flake is a former Republican lawmaker who endorsed Joe Biden's run for the White House in 2020. The Arizona politician had served in the House of Representatives from 2001 to 2013. After that, he was in the Senate until 2019. Flake will now take up a difficult position of mending tensions between the U.S. and Turkey. The long list of disagreements between the two countries includes a rift over U.S. support for Kurdish fighters in Syria and Turkey's purchase of a Russian weapons system. The Chinese capital of Beijing began a third round of mass testing in the run-up to the Winter Olympics. Today, the city reported just 14 new cases of COVID-19. The announcement of the testing prompted many complaints from some residents as they were expected to line up outside with temperatures near freezing. The city is stepping up China's already strict pandemic response as the Olympic Games are set to begin in just 9 days. The city also announced that anyone who buys certain types of medicine, including those for fever or for headaches, will be subject to a COVID test within 72 hours. As a whole, China reported just 24 new cases in the last 24-hour period, and that includes the 14 in Beijing alone. Currently, the government's approach is a zero COVID effort in hopes to snuff out any outbreaks. They're doing so through strict lockdowns, mass testing, and travel restrictions. With Ukraine under growing threats from Russia, today the U.S. issued a written response to Russian demands. They're still hopeful for a diplomatic solution. At the same time, the U.S. is shipping weapons to Ukraine to help fend off a possible invasion as the White House now awaits Russia's next move. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
Today, dueling demonstrations of military might highlighting the growing tensions in Ukraine. Secretary of State Antony Blinken announcing the U.S. has sent Moscow proposals in writing aimed at deterring Russia from invading Ukraine.
The document is with them and the ball is in their court. Whether they choose the path of diplomacy and dialogue, whether they decide to renew aggression against Ukraine, we're prepared either way.
U.S. airmen loading weapons bound for Ukraine's defense as Russia ramps up military drills near the Ukrainian border, including sending more fighter jets to neighboring Belarus. 8,500 U.S. troops remain on standby to support NATO allies.
The president made it clear we're not going to deploy combat troops into Ukraine.
Russia has denied it plans to invade, but is now threatening retaliation if its security demands are not met. The U.S. has already warned some are unacceptable, including guaranteeing Ukraine will never enter the NATO alliance. Secretary Blinken would not share details of the new written response that President Biden helped prepare, but noted it clearly states the U.S. and allies' core principles and concerns.
We also do lay out areas where we believe that together we could actually advance security for everyone, including for Russia.
The U.S. holding out hope for diplomacy while preparing unprecedented economic consequences if Russia invades, including sanctions directly against Russian President Vladimir Putin, which he calls politically destructive but not painful. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Some Americans still remain skeptical about receiving the COVID-19 vaccine, and for one individual, his vaccination status has been detrimental in his health situation. We'll break that all down after the break.
Keeping your family close together in your home these days are important. Let us remodel your kitchen and bath. Kitchen Bath Mart specializes in complete remodels for the past 35 years. From design to install, we'll take good care of you. Stop in or call us today at Kitchen Bath Mart. We're your #1 choice in kitchen and bath remodeling. Highway 70 East in Arborvitae.
Hi, I'm Linda, and I am here because of severe chronic back pain. I have been seeing doctors after doctors. I've had back surgery, and I had had enough. So I went to Dr. Scher. I am relieved. I am happy. My family and my husband are very happy that I had this done.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
I know there's conflicting information about Dupuytren's contracture.
But that I couldn't get treatment yet.
Well, people may think that their contracture has to be severe to be treated. but it doesn't. If you can't lay your hand flat on the table, talk to a hand specialist.
But what if I don't want surgery?
Well, then you should find a hand specialist certified to offer non-surgical treatments.
What's the next step?
Visit findahandspecialist.com today to get started.
A 31-year-old Massachusetts man is in desperate need for a brand new heart. David Ferguson is a father of two, and he has a third one on the way. Currently, he's at the top of the transplant list, but he continues waiting. Ferguson is not vaccinated for COVID-19, and doctors in the Boston area hospital say he must get the shots before he can receive a new heart. Eli Rosenberg shares the story.
Sorry. Hold on, I gotta get it together.
For Tracy Ferguson, these are trying times. Her son's heart is failing.
Right now, he needs a heart.
David Ferguson remains hospitalized at Brigham and Women's Hospital. The family says doctors told them the 31-year-old needs a heart transplant after complications caused by an abnormal heartbeat.
Brigham told us that he needs to have the vaccine to accept a heart.
Ferguson is not vaccinated. His family says he's not against it, but after doing research, feels like the vaccine could do him more harm than good.
There's some adverse reactions that he read about, given his condition, and he's a man. He made his decision.
The family adds his medical team has assured him that it's medically okay for him to get the vaccine, but he remains steadfast.
He said, I can't. And then he said to the doctor, are you really going to let me die over a shot?
Brigham and Women's tells us it can't discuss individual patients, but the hospital says it requires several CDC vaccines, including the COVID-19 vaccine, to, quote, create both the best chance for a successful operation and to optimize the patient's survival.
Ethically, the hospital's on very strong ground. Yeah.
George Annis is a professor of health law and ethics at Boston University's School of Public Health.
Is it a perfectly reasonable qualification for a heart transplant to take the COVID vaccine?
For now, this father of two with another on the way, weighing what to do next.
I'm devastated. I just want my son to get a new heart and have longevity and happiness and get on with life.
Cranky-pated, a bad mood related to a sluggish gut. Miralax is different. It works naturally with the water in your body to unblock your gut. Free your gut and your mood will follow.
Hi, I'm Brian from Creative Granite. When I need the forecast from Minocqua, I go to WJFW.com for my hometown forecast.
Your hometown weather available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
Stay tuned to get a free pan from Granite Stone. Stuck on eggs, burnt on batter. You can scrub and scrape, but you can't escape the nightmare of your sticky pans. Introducing the Granite Stone Pan, the all-new durable non-stick pan. No butter or oil needed. Watch, we melted down these sticky candies in Granite Stone, and it just doesn't stick. We cooked a half a dozen eggs, bacon, cheese, and tomato breakfast with no butter or oil, and it just doesn't stick. Look, caramels, chocolate, and cheese. Unreal for any other pan, but not for Granite Stone. It just doesn't stick. Granite Stone will be the last pan you'll ever need because it's pressed from a solid aluminum disc for even heat conduction, then coated 3 times with our durable Granite Stone finish. Granite Stone is metal utensil safe and won't scratch. And talk about non-stick. This salmon cooked skin side down with no added butter or oil just doesn't stick. This steak is perfectly seared just like the pros. And because Granite Stone is oven rated to 500 degrees, we bake this upside down pan pizza to perfection, and it just doesn't stick. Fire Flambe Delicious Cherries Jubilee. Plus, it's PFOA free and 100% dishwasher safe. Call or go online to get your Granite Stone pan for the special TV discount price of just $19.99. Granite Stone is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. And with every order, you're going to get a Granite Stone single-serve egg pan absolutely free. It's the perfect size for personalized eggs, omelets, or frittatas that slide right out. It makes the best bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich quick. Yours absolutely free. We'll even ship your entire order free. That's right, free shipping. You get it all, an incredible value. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-898-6703. That's 1-800-898-6703 or order online at buygranitestone.com. That's 1-800-898-6703. Call now.
So Andrew, if you were anything like me throughout college and even into high school, you were kind of on a budget, you're pinching pennies a little bit, so when you went out to eat with your friends, typically McDonald's was a common go-to. I don't know if this is ringing a bell for you.
Yeah, definitely. Looking for the app also has a lot of those good deals on there.
I was going to say, they have great deals, but then you could also take different, like a burger and a chicken sandwich, throw it together, and I don't know why, it just tasted better somehow. Well, McDonald's is actually going to start doing this. On January 31st, they're offering what they call menu hacks.
Yeah.
So they're going to be about 4 of them. They have the hash brown McMuffin, which is just like a sausage McMuffin, but they have hash browns instead of the bread, which sounds like something that sounds really good.
Yeah, it does.
A crunchy double, which is where they take the chicken nuggets, put it into a cheeseburger.
What?
That's something I definitely did many a times throughout college. So this is like not foreign to me at all. I haven't been to McDonald's in so long, but I might have to go just for the nostalgia of eating these menu hacks, as they call them. But it sounds fun.
Yeah, it does. It's about time that they've gotten on board with, the customers.
Give the fans
and
what they want.
Exactly. Don't make them do the work. Don't make us do the work. So, but take a check with your forecast here one more time. If you are going through any drive-thrus tonight, you will be feeling temperatures in the single digits to low teens, and actually feeling a warm-up as the rest of the night does go on. So looking at our hourly temperatures for the rest of the night, getting up to the upper teens to even low 20s to start off the day on Thursday, along with picking up a light snowfall by the time that we hit the morning. And for a final check-in with your final forecast here, looking at some variable temperatures for the upcoming week. And outside of the snow tonight, we are going to be running dry until Tuesday and then more snow showers by Wednesday.
Just a light dusting, enough for Mother Nature to say, yes, it can still snow.
Maybe an inch in some spots, but yeah, not a big snowfall at all.
Sounds good. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 6.